Hello, 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 and welcome to this Final Boss Fight live stream of the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game that I am titling the Clone Saga.
I've
My
actually
name is
never read
John,
that.
and I am joined by Brian,
Hello.
Robin,
Hi.
and Richard,
Hello.
and we are going to be playing the Marvel Multiverse playtest rules. So if things aren't quite polished, that's possibly because this is not the full book, this is not the full rule set, that's not out till next year. Consider this a beta role-playing game. Not, as we were discussing during the credits, during the trailers, a beta Ray Bill role-playing. He's not in here yet. But we are going to be playing a version of this game set in the Marvel Comics universe. Technically, I guess probably not the main 616 world, because that's where all the comics take place, and we're maybe like one number off. We're real close to where the comics are.
Maybe 6-1 -6.
Yeah, somewhere around there. But the Marvel universe, the fantastical world that we find ourselves in. For those of you who might be watching who aren't aware, this is a world where colourful superheroes fly through the skies, they swing from buildings, they leap, they stretch, they fly in advanced technologically powered cars, they travel the multiverse and save the world, the universe, the omniverse, the multiverse, several verses, from all manner of threats on a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly basis. The main group of these, the Earth's mightiest heroes, are known as the Avengers. But this isn't a singular group. This isn't a group that stops when they get to a certain size, and this isn't a group that is very limited in their membership. This is a group of the greatest champions, and they work together to face threats that no single superhero could stand up to. And recently, in this particular world, the Marvel Avengers, or the Avengers, have dealt with an incursion of the Celestials, an ancient, powerful race of alien creatures who are gigantic, godlike creatures who came to Earth in what was known as the Fifth Host. And something was wrong with them. They were not their normal selves. They seemed to be coming for vengeance. And it was revealed that life on Earth was the result of a Celestial's dying breath polluting the planet. And that is why this world is populated with so many superheroes. Such a variety of life exists in this world because it sprang forth from the dying blood of a Celestial polluting the Earth at the earliest point in time. And this fifth host of Celestials came to get vengeance for their dying brethren. A group of Avengers came forth and dealt with the situation and saved the day. But it wasn't enough for them to just save the day. They need to make sure that going into the future, the world is protected. And so they came back together again. The Avengers reassembled. and started a number of different teams. And one of those teams is the Agents of Wakanda, led by Okoye, the head of the Dora Milaje, one of the bodyguards, possibly very unneeded bodyguards of T'Challa, King T'Challa of Wakanda, aka the Black Panther, who is currently the chairperson of the main Avengers teams. And each of you are currently gathered in a ruined Avengers mansion in Manhattan. This is where the original team of Avengers once gathered to debrief. Several of them would live here, but after the devastating attack by the Scarlet Witch, this place was left as a museum piece to that time. But you have all been summoned to discuss using your great power to assist with saving the world. And so if we could just go around the group, and we'll start with Shadow Strike. If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and what the group sees as you stand in this ruined building.
Okay, so Shadow Strike, superhero who got his powers from the weird science aspect of it. He's not quite sure how, because he has no memory of that, but essentially was found the next day with several bullet wounds, which then miraculously healed. So with Shadow Strike, if he's in his superhero costume, it's sort of black and dark red, because he's very sneaky, stealthy type person, jumps out on people and hits them and then runs away. And he has a sort of short blonde hair, is very handsome, but he does have a quite a noticeable scar on his face. That is the only thing that on him that seemingly never heals.
And how is he feeling in this moment, surrounded by statues of previous Avengers?
He really wouldn't try and let this show, but probably feeling a bit inferior and a bit like, is he up to the job? But he absolutely would be trying not to let that show.
Okay. Moving on, the Immovable Pebble.
So the Immovable Pebble is she's got messy ginger hair. It's quite short. She looks very petite. As I say, she's very short, and she has like a long flowing coat that's black and like a kind of black vest top on. And she's kind of looking around, just a little bit in awe. Oh, and her superpowers come from, like, I think it was weird science was said, wasn't it, John?
Yes.
And what's notable about her is she has glowing purple eyes.
That is fairly noticeable about someone. And finally, we come to Ivar.
Yes, Ivar's an Asgardian, like Thor, Odin, Loki by adoption. Yeah, those kind of people. He's dressed fairly similar to Thor, but with a different coloration, more of a red and white with a bit of a gold ensemble. Doesn't really have a cape. He uses a sword in contrast. He's bearded. Actually has war paint across his face that gives him the illusion of having been scarred. He's a bit on the lean side and generally feels like a bit more of a foot soldier than a leader type person.
Is he paying particular reverence to the giant statue of Thor in the
Yeah.
Avengers Mansion?
Yeah, he's just got his hand on the base of it and is just looking up with an uncertain look in his eyes.
As your group stands ready and waiting for whatever is going to happen, a voice rings out from a shadowy corner. And a trio of women wearing red leathered armor, carrying golden spears, their hair shaved, march into the room. Two of them slam their spears into the ground and draw your attention to them. The other one steps forward. Greetings, trainees. I am Okoye of the Dora Milaje, and you have been called here today to potentially join a team of Avengers. The training will be difficult and long, but you could do some real good for the Unity Squad. And just as she finishes, red lights start blaring at regular intervals around the room, and a giant screen unfolds itself from one corner. Okoye turns towards it, and the screen flickers to life with the image of T'Challa. Okoye, these new recruits. There is a situation at the Empire State University. This is the perfect chance for them to get some field experience. Are they ready for this? She turns and looks at you. Are you ready for this?
We'll have to find out.
Yes.
I'm sending you the details. T'Challa's image disappears, and Okoye looks at a wrist-mounted computer device. Something very high-tech and Wakandan. It appears that a team of Hydra operatives have invaded the Maria and Howard Stark Memorial Wing of the Empire State University. They're holding scientists hostage there. They're demanding... Now, this can't be right. They're threatening to kill a researcher every hour on the hour, until the city of New York drape the Statue of Liberty in a Hydra uniform. You have a limited time to go and rescue the researchers. Time to move, Avengers.
We have transportation.
Yes. Assume they have a Avengers vehicle.
Okay.
What are we waiting for? Let's go.
I mean, I would perhaps tell the authorities to have a Hydra uniform on standby, just in case, because it might, be the simplest way to solve this problem. But yes, we'll try and fight them.
You race through the streets of New York in a Quinn car. I'm calling it. And make your way to the Empire State University, where the Howard and Maria Stark building is a 3-story Art Deco building on the edge of the campus. Hydra is holding. As you approach, you can see the police line stopping people getting close to the building. And a police officer informs you that Hydra are holding their hostages in an open area on the top floor, which houses the Stark Center for Galactic History, a unit that studies the history of interstellar civilizations and Earth's place among them. They're not sure how many operatives are in the building, but they have seen them moving around on all floors. Sorry, you.
Yeah, do we know how many hostages there are?
The Hydra agents are implying that there are more, but the only numbers we can get at the moment, there are likely to be 2. Professor Ajit Patel and a graduate student, Kim Chen.
That's a very low number for their hostage plan of kill 1 an hour.
They are implying that there are more of them in there, but... Those are the 2 that we have on record as being in there.
So that gives us, what, 2 hours potentially?
Well, an hour, because the first hour, in 2 hours it'll be over. Because they'll have killed both the hostages.
It gives you about an hour and a half until they've killed all of the hostages.
So probably should get in there pretty quick. Just sort of out of character, what is everyone's powers, so we know what we're working with.
Well, mine's super strength.
Fairly standard Asgardian stuff, like an enhanced physique and all that.
Well, I can climb walls. I'm very agile, good at fighting. Probably not as strong as Immovable Pebble, but pretty stronger than people.
So the Immovable Pebble police car, one-handed.
Yes, Pebble. We all know you're the strongest.
Damn right.
I mean, so I could literally climb up the side of the building very easily, like wall crawling ability, and see if I can see what's going on in there.
Go for it. I can follow behind.
Are you good at climbing?
I'm strong. I can hold my own weight, I believe.
Might be
Well,
more noticeable wall crawling than.
Yes, yeah. If they saw you coming, they might just start shooting. But you two be ready to come in and rescue me should the need arise.
Okay.
So yeah, I shall get in the sort of
How long
directions.
should we give you?
I don't know if you hear gunshots. That's probably a sign to come in.
Well, make sure you save some for us.
So I'll just check in with the police guy to make sure I know where they're being held, and I shall just run up to the building, jump.
So, the police officer informs you that the hostages are being held on the top floor, but that they have seen Hydra operatives, Hydra agents, sticking their heads out of windows on all 3 floors, because of the masks that the Hydra agents wear. They can't tell if it's
Yeah,
how many people there are in there.
yeah. If it's 2 people running around a lot or 10 people spaced out,
It could
yeah.
be anything. But they seem to be like sticking their heads out to make it known that they are across all of the floors, but also weary that there might be police snipers around. So pulling them back in again quite quickly, they're not giving them time to line up shots on them.
Very, very quickly looking around and yeah. So yeah, I'll aware of this. I'll try and be careful of do this as stealthily as I can and keep my eyes open for any.
So are you going to try and climb up a bit of the building that doesn't have windows on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you look around the building from the front, you can't see any place that you could climb up where there is no windows all the way up. Because along the front of the building, on each level, there is a window in each space. Not necessarily across all the floors, but there isn't any one place that you could climb straight up and not have a window at least once. Do you head round the left or the right of the building?
Ooh, we'll say right.
Go right. So heading round to the right side of the building, you take another look, and you can see that again on the top floor, this side of the building is entirely windowed. And heading round to the back of the building from where you came up, you do spot that there is, on this side of the building, what from the outside looks like it might be a staircase, doesn't have windows on the outside. So offers you a place that you could potentially climb up without being seen from the inside, and able to get up to the top floor. And then you can see further along on the top floor here, there are windows that you could sneak to look in.
Yeah. Because when I get to the top floor, that's where I want to be, and that's where I want to.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say is, as you run round the building like this, first of all, I'm assuming that you are trying to be stealthy as you run round the outside of the building.
Yes. Yeah.
Or at the very least, trying to blend in with the line of police officers so that they don't notice the superhero running around amongst them.
Yeah.
Could you give me an agility check?
Okay.
So for anybody watching along at home, the way dice rolls work in this game is interesting, and one of the mechanics of the game is that you roll a D616. You roll 3 dice, 3d6. One of these is your Marvel dice. I'm going to go over to the map screen so that we can see this as well. One moment. This one. So one of these is the Marvel dice. If you roll a 1 on the Marvel dice and any other number on the other 2 dice, you score a fantastic success. Which means that you most likely do the thing you are aiming for. If you beat the target number, you do the thing you're aiming for and a little bit more. If you don't succeed on a fantastic success, you get a fantastic roll, you get a fantastic failure, which is you don't necessarily do the thing you are aiming for, but it works better for you. You succeed at a different thing. If you roll 616, that's an ultimate fantastic success, which means you automatically succeed and it goes amazingly well for you. So if you click on your character sheet, Shadow Strike, the 10 underneath total action modifier for agility, that should roll us an agility check. I hope.
Well, I've just clicked it, so... Did anything come through yet?
Nope. I'm going to click it and see what happens.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's asking me to put in target number. Have you got that pop up?
No.
Is it behind your character sheet? Because it might pop behind the character sheet.
No, I can't see anything like that.
Try clicking it again.
No, nothing.
Can you see the stream? Have you got the stream open?
Yeah,
So
I've got it in a window, yeah.
When I click here, it comes up asking me to input a target number.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm hitting, yeah. Yeah, I don't get anything like that popping up, but...
And it's not like popped behind the character sheet, definitely.
Well, the character sheet I've got in a separate... I've popped that out.
Maybe
So
pop that back in again.
Right.
Just in case.
Yeah. Sometimes it's...
Sometimes it's funky with that. Please bear with us. Roll20 is also in a beta period with this.
Yeah. Now it's in input value.
So if you could pop into that for me, I'm gonna try and find where my list of target numbers is. So this is not difficult. So I'm going to say this is a 10. Target number is 10.
Okay. No, that
Well,
sounded... Yeah.
That's a fantastic success.
Did you expect anything less?
So that is a 515, which is a total of 25, versus the target number of 10. You succeed fantastically.
Yeah.
So you dart round and you blend into the shadows, and you're almost surprising the police officers with your presence, and they're on your
Yeah.
height, your
I
level.
nearly got shot by one of them because I surprised him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you go around, you look up and you can see in the second floor, one of the second floor windows, you can see at least 2 Hydra agents talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So you have eyesight on them as you pass. You know where they are, and there are at least 2 of them on the second floor. So you've got ground floor, first floor. This is a 3-floor building, depending if you count ground or. And you make your way round to the back of the building, and you can see this set of stairs, or what on the inside is a set of stairs. On the outside is a wall going all the way up to the top of the building. And how does it look when you crawl on the wall?
Well, I'm a bit cooler than that Spider-Man fellow. I don't crawl. I do feel very much like walk.
So you keep running, and then you just get to the back of the building, and you just start running up the wall.
Yeah. It's like seamless. It just drill. Yeah.
Basically, the camera just kind of twists round as you go up.
Yes, very much so.
And you get to the top of the building, and when you get up to the 3rd floor, you head across the back of the building, which, for the most part on the top floor, is entirely a wall, until you get to the last third of the building is window on the top floor. And you get to this point, and you stop at the edge and you peer round to see inside, stealthily.
Yep.
And you can see a trio of Hydra agents stood with 3 large holograms displaying planets. The center one is Earth, and then there are 2 other planets being displayed. You can't quite make out which ones, but you know what the Earth looks like. Everybody's seen a globe plenty of times. The planets let off an eerie blue light that illuminates the room, and you can see the Hydra agents in their green and yellow uniforms, guns trained on a pair of scientists. Girk says it's flat, yeah. And you can see a number of computers and wires in this room. But yeah, you can only see 2 scientists.
Okay. This probably would have been a question to ask a few minutes ago. Do we have a way to communicate between the 3 of us?
You will have Avengers earpieces, the standard ones they use, where they can just like tap their ear and talk to each other.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, okay. I've got to the top floor. We have 2 Hydra agents.
3.
No.
Oh, yeah,
okay. I'm going through the building.
Cool.
2 agents on the 2nd floor, and 3 agents on the 3rd floor, the top floor, with 2 hostages, and they're all armed, I'm assuming, with guns.
Yeah, you can see machine guns strapped around them.
So I mean, there could be more, but that's what I've seen. And they've got the guns trained on the hostages, so you'd have to be very careful because they could kill them immediately.
Is there a way up for any of us who can't climb?
Not on the exterior of the building, although one wall is like glass, pretty much, like a big window. I mean, unless there's something about you guys I don't know, I'd be imagining, yeah, it's going to be. You
There
could
are stairs on
certainly,
the inside.
yes, on the inside, and it's not like a fire escape or anything like that.
Yeah,
Not that you've seen.
yeah, for a moment I thought it would be like a, okay, obviously referencing DC here, but like it would have been like the 1960s Batman series with the rest of us just climbing up a wall with a rope.
Also, someone make a note that we should let the fire department know this place doesn't have a fire escape. That's really bad. Um, yeah, so I mean, I could maybe try and sneak in here, but then that's two guards for me to take out before. Well, sorry, three guards, which does not that's not going to happen. Not without hostages getting killed. Um, anyone got any bright ideas?
Go in and clobber them. Full
I mean,
frontal assault.
I suppose if like you two were to attack, I might draw them aside. I'm just worried that the first instinct will be to shoot the hostages.
Any ideas?
We could go in charging and distract them.
That seems to be the plan that people are pushing here from the Pebble and Ivar. I'm
Intelligence
just
aren't my strong suit.
yeah. John,
Yes.
so what's the correct term for the DM in this game?
Narrator
Narrator.
is what they
Okay.
go with.
Narrator.
Yes.
Now, one of my talents, features, whatever they're calling them, is I know people in the espionage field.
Yes.
And would it be possible to sort of try and call one of them now and see if they know what it is these Hydra agents want beyond putting a giant uniform on the Statue of Liberty?
You can attempt it. You get the feeling that anyone, like the only people that really would know are probably the ones that are in the building. So it doesn't seem incredibly likely that anybody else, like, until you deal with the people that are in the building, you're probably not going to be able to find out what they want.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I see we go with your guys' plan. You guys rush in, maybe try and stealth into the building at least, and then smash up the people you come across. And I'll hopefully in the distraction I can rescue these people.
Righto, boss. And Pebble starts moving straight in.
Okay. I'm assuming with the minimum level of stealth.
Yeah, go on.
As in no level of stealth.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm assuming, does Ivar follow as the Pebble
Yeah.
leads?
Yeah, Ivor definitely follows as stealthily as possible.
If you
Despite-
both
Despite the
like,
fact he's wearing a red, white, and gold ensemble.
yeah, you really were made for stealth. If you could both make me agility checks, the target number for you guys is going to be 15 because this is slightly harder.
Okay. Where do I click? Do I click on agility or?
So if you click, it's on the wrong button.
Do I
So-
need to put the PN number in here, or
Yeah. So it's the big red number next to agility. It says total action modifier at the side.
Yeah.
And then it'll ask
Click
you for a
that.
target number.
15.
And that's 15.
Submit.
Okay, 2 successes. You crouch down and you charge forward towards the door, and you manage to get a line of sight into the building as you go, and you just got to keep yourself out of this line of sight of the 3 Hydra agents that you can see on the ground floor. And the main ground floor of this building, as you're approaching it, you can see a large glass double door. I'm dropping this book and I'm folding the pages, and I don't like doing that. A large glass double door, and a little bit beyond that is a like receptionist's desk. And as you burst through this double door, who's going in first? Or are you both going in at the same time?
I'm fine with both at the same time.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
You slam through the doors, and the doors fly open. They weren't barred, and they almost shatter as they fling open. You can see 6 large rotating statues that make up the constellations in this reception hall, and several doors leading off of it. 2 in the back corner, clearly marked as water closets or toilets. A bank of elevators at the back of the room, and then a set of stairs off to the left. And 3 Hydra operatives in this room start to level their guns at you as time slows, and I say let's roll some initiatives, and I'm going to get some tokens on what passes for this white void of a battle map. I'm just going to
building, it's very white and elegant, and
yeah, they
you know.
recently repainted.
Yeah.
Okay, so where am I clicking for initiative on this one?
One moment, I will take a look.
I think it's at the top. Is it? Yeah.
It's at the top.
Oh, there we go. Oh, geez, gotta. There we go.
You want me to roll for this as well, narrator,
Yeah.
or should I? Yep. Okay.
What? Was there 2 of me on the turn order? Oh, right, yeah, that's why. But I ended up being confused because my token wasn't selected.
Yeah, I think this is it there, but no valid token was selected.
Yeah, I've got that. There we go. You've got to click on your actual token.
Yep, I've done it. Yeah.
There we go. And for my Hydra agents, they get 1 initiative order to work on. And what is their initiative? Their initiative is wonderful. Okay, so looking at the initiatives and ordering them like this. One thing that I read in the rules and remember at this point is that anybody who rolls initiative and rolls a fantastic success, which Robin has done, gets to take a turn before the regular initiative order begins.
Right, okay. So Pebble's going to, where in conjunction are the Hydra agents to the desk, you said?
So this one is stood behind the desk, and I'm just going to move this guy slightly. The desk sort of takes up the space in front of this guy.
One in the middle.
The one in the middle. The other two are sort of stood either side of the desk, but in front of it.
Okay. So the Immovable Pebble's going to literally jump onto the desk.
Yeah.
And they're going to I'm going to grab like a lamp or whatever off the desk and just clobber it into one behind the desk's head.
Okay.
I'm wanting to use my clobber ability if I can.
Fantastic. So that is... If you could just click that and put that in the chat for us. I assume there's a way to click that and put that in the chat for us.
Copy and paste it, perhaps.
Is it the little...
So yes, you make a fight attack.
So how do I do that?
So that is... For a fight attack, you must be able to reach. You made a might attack against their agility defense.
Okay.
So their agility defense target number is 16.
Yep, so that's a 17 by the looks of it.
So that's a 17. You succeed. You pick up the lamp. You slam it into the side of the Hydra operative head. And then if you could... they take your physical bashing damage. So... where did it put the damage?
I've got no idea where to put that.
It was here.
Sorry.
Have they updated this sheet? That's very annoying when they've updated the sheet between making it on Sunday and...
Yeah.
Today. One moment. Let me look it up in the book. That's, I believe, 3d6. Because, you know, you're a bruiser, but still, that's 3d6 plus 4 plus 6. So 3d6 plus 10.
3d6 plus... so do I just roll 3d6?
Yeah.
13 plus 10 is 23.
Well, that guy is down. That guy is very much down. I'm assuming that you're not killing him.
I was just going for the smash, to be fair.
Okay. You smash the lamp, and he goes down. He is very unconscious. And then, at the top of the turn order, it is Shadow Strike. You are currently on the outside of a building.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I'm in a very different place to where they are.
Yes.
And the whole point is that they will distract these people, and then that'll give me an opportunity to come in and rescue some people. Are the Hydra agents that I can see on the top floor, are they aware of this attack? Are they concerned about it? Or
So you see you hear the sound of the doors flying open, and almost smashing, and the sounds of combat starting somewhere else in the building, and you can hear the sounds of shouts across multiple floors of the building, and this is something all of you across all the floors of the building can hear, the sounds of uproar and commotion as this combat starts to break out. You see that one of the guards on the top floor does turn towards the elevators, but points to the other two and tells them, and they just stand there with their pistols pointing at the two scientists.
right.
So it does
So
look
I-
like
I-
you've got some distraction going, but maybe not enough to let you get in there without dealing with some bad guys.
I mean, I'm happy to deal with some bad guys. There's more of the hostages that I'm worried about. So has one of the did one of you say one of the agents left to
He's moving
Oh.
to leave.
okay.
He hasn't left yet.
All right, let's go in through the window.
Okay. I will call...
Do I have an option to sort of say, like, hold my action or anything like
You
that?
do.
Say, like,
So,
okay.
let me go through this bit of the rules with you guys, because this is probably something that we should go over at this point, if not a little bit sooner. On your turn, you can do 3 things. You get a movement action, a standard action, and an easy action. And you can use them in any order. Your movement, you can use any of your movement. I think only Shadow Strike has 2 different movement options, doesn't he? Because I think everybody else
certainly
just
got
has running.
fast strikes.
No, I thought you had like a wall crawling ability. Like you've got the wall
Oh,
crawling,
yes,
so therefore you've
yes.
got climbing.
Yes,
you can
that's
use
right.
any of your movement in any combination, but you need to use the slowest movement speed. So if you had a movement speed that was, 100 feet flying, 30 feet running, if you start running and then take off, you can use 30 feet. You can do one easy action, which is something really simple, like shouting at each other, grabbing hold of a friend, interacting with an object, picking up a small object. If you are knocked prone, it is an easy action to stand up, as long as there are no enemies nearby. A standard action is anything that is slightly harder. It could be an attack, it could be dodging, it could be trying to escape from being grabbed by a bad guy, or grabbing a bad guy yourself. If you try to interact with something, that would be a standard action. You can either hold your turn, in which case you lower your initiative, and permanently lower your initiative to a different point on the turn tracker.
Right.
Or you can reserve an action, in which case you, instead of taking one of your actions, you can hold it for later on in the turn if a specific trigger event occurs, at which point you can use your reaction to trigger your action.
I think what I'm actually going to try and do is I was just going to like smash through the window, but maybe if I could try and just open it a bit and sneak in.
Okay. Make me a agility check. This one is going to be a target number of 20.
Because I have 3 running, it says I have an edge on ability. On agility acrobatics checks. Would this be of any use to us?
Yeah, I'll say you've got an edge on this.
Okay.
Roll it, and
So
then you
what's-
can re-roll one of the dice.
Okay. And what did you say the target number was? Sorry,
20.
narrator? 20. Ugh.
This is difficult. There are 3 people there who
Yeah.
might notice you.
So I can re-roll 1 dice, was that?
Re-roll one of the d6.
Yes.
I would probably pick one of the ones.
Yes.
Just throwing that one out there.
Is there a way to get to do that, or I just need to roll 1d6?
Just need to roll a d6, I believe.
Ah.
Apparently, this doesn't want it to happen for you.
Hmm.
So you manage to get the window open a crack, and you start sneaking in. And as you reach in through and start to put your weight down on the desk, you put your weight down on a computer mouse that you didn't notice, and it slips out from under you and clatters to the ground. And the 2 Hydra agents whip their guns round and point at the window. So you've drawn them off of the scientists they're holding hostage.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they are now pointing their guns at you, which is probably not a great thing.
No, but I'm taking this as a win.
So that I'm going to count that as a easy action to interact with the door and interact with the window and
Okay.
move to get in.
Let's just go. Am I able to attack them this turn then? So I've still got my.
Yes.
Okay. Now, one of my powers, I sort of deactivating the powers. I've got like fast strikes, so I can attack 2 people. I can make 2 attacks.
Yes.
So does that just activate?
Let me get some more Hydra operatives on the board for us. Let me remember how this Roll20 thing works. And then you've got another guy who's sort of over here going towards the lifts.
Miles away. He'll not have even heard this. he'll be like focused.
Well, actually, technically, you guys are over here, and he's over here. And then I've actually got the 2 scientists as well, who are... If you like my scientists, I found some scientists real quick when I remembered I needed scientist tokens. I think that's what scientists look like.
There's something strangely familiar about them.
Yes, that's the scientist.
I did just Google scientist and found one of the first pictures and went, that's good enough.
I mean, that's definitely Professor Patel and Kim Chen. That's
yes,
definitely them.
You can tell that that's those people.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can make attacks against the 2 targets.
Well, I think I can make 2 attacks against 1, or see if I kill the first fellow, I can move on to the next.
Splits his head to make 2. Oh yeah, 2 attacks against a single foe.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll move close to him, and I'll attack this fellow that I'm next to.
Okay.
And
so again, the target number is 16 for a might attack.
Now, is it might for me? I thought I had a thing because of what it was that it can be an agility.
You've got the thing that makes you combat finesse.
Yeah.
So,
yes, that's the one. Yeah.
16, but it is an agility check for you.
Okay. I'm gonna mess this guy up.
You're gonna mess this guy up.
Yep. No, I believe it's to take half damage on just a success because I'm going to attack twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for you, that is 3d6 plus 7 plus your... I think it comes off of your agility, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Because of your martial arts powers, I believe. Yeah. They add the greater of their might or agility to their fight damage.
That's 6, I think.
So that is 6.
Yep, so that was 7 plus 6.
3d6 plus 7 plus 6.
Yeah.
Halved. But roll it and we'll halve it.
Yes. So that's 11, 18,
So
24.
9,
So
24, so that's 12 halved.
Yep.
You run up.
Yeah.
Thwack. And he goes down.
Yeah. And I'd like to, if possible, go for the next one as well. Like if I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna say these are basically the same target. They're bad guys.
And then I will attack this fellow as well.
So that's another agility attack, the same DC, or sorry, target number.
Which was 16, wasn't
which
it?
is a 16. So that's a hit. So 3d6 plus 7 plus 6. You can just put the 7 and 6 when you roll the dice.
Oh, can I now?
Yeah. Then we'll get the computer to do all the maths for us.
Plus 7 plus 6. It's 22, so that'll be 11.
Well, these Hydra operatives really weren't built for fighting, were
Yeah.
they?
Now I've only got one more of like a machine gun to do next turn.
You can see that he's got to the lift and he's pressing the button, but as he hears, he whips round at you.
I'm just gonna wave.
Pebble.
Yeah, so Pebble's going to move to this one on the right.
Okay.
And I'm assuming there's like a computer screen. So drop her lamp, grab the computer screen, and smash it over his head.
You drop what's left of a lamp. Was at one time a lamp. Scoop up a computer screen, and just in one fluid motion, smash the Hydra agent in the face with it.
Yeah. Again, using the club.
Roll me the might with a target number of 16. That'll do nicely. Roll me the 3d6 plus, I believe for you it's 10.
Because of the mighty that I'm getting the plus 10.
Oh, wait, is the mighty... The mighty's meant to add another thing, isn't it? Because you've got mighty 2. Remember things. So yeah, 17, sorry. I'm not going to make you roll. He went away.
Wait.
Actually, no, you should roll because, yeah, good things can happen if you roll good number.
But this guy's definitely dead.
But that guy's down. If you roll a fantastic success on your damage dice, so if you roll a 1 on the middle damage dice, you cause knockback.
Right.
And basically you send the person flying.
Okay.
So if you Do a fantastic result. For every 10 points of damage you deal, they are knocked back 5 feet.
Ooh. That's pretty good to know.
So yeah, that could happen. It could happen to you as well if they roll well. These guys are not likely to roll well. On the Hydra operative's turn, a door on the ground floor flies open and another Hydra operative with a pistol comes in who was in one of the side rooms. You can sort of see past him into the room and see just like an office building room, computers and desks and things. And he comes out having heard the sound of combat breaking out here. Levels a gun at... he's going to try and fire at Ivar. And I'm going to double check what his power does. Slow motion. Okay. He is going to make a ranged agility attack against Ivar. Ivar, what is your agility defense?
23.
Cool.
Wait, am I looking at defense score or total
Defense score?
Oh, 23.
He fires and misses. He opens fire at you and you just dodge out of the way of the bullet, and the bullet, the glass door behind you shatters. Immovable Pebble, what is your agility defense?
21.
Again, the agent at the opposite end of the desk takes shots at you, and you just sort of leap over them, completely unfazed. And up on the top floor, Shadow Strike, what is your agility defense?
23.
Will anybody hit you guys? The answer is not with that roll. He fires, and it fires past you and hits one of the large holographic projectors, and one of the planets just wibbles out of existence. But you are unscathed, as are the scientists. Sparks just sort of out of some of the scientific equipment. Ivar.
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go to the one closest to me.
Okay.
It's just like D&D where I have a number of spaces I can go.
It's about 5 squares, so you can easily get to the guy closest to you.
Okay. Okay, so let's see our character sheet. Mighty, I'm supposing would just be like hitting him.
Yes.
Okay. Whoops. Okay. Where do I click on?
So underneath where it's got your health, there is a thing that says attack with might.
Oh, okay.
If you click the word attack up there.
Okay, and what's the target's defense?
The target's defense is 16. Well, he goes away.
And that would be it for my turn.
So Shadow Strike.
Okay. Just a quick question on powers. So I have Mighty. Do you want to activate this power, or is it just always...
That's just always on.
Okay.
Unless we
right.
forget to add its things, in which case it sometimes isn't on because we forget about it.
Okay.
But yes, it is a permanent power, so it is always on. You don't
Okay.
need to activate it.
Okay, great. Good to know. And right, yeah. I'd like to use my power attack stance when I get to the other guy,
Okay.
because that gives me more damage.
Yes.
Another 5. And so I'll run up to this guy. And I'll hit him very hard.
Are you doing a sort of action-packed jump kick, or like a Superman punch thing?
Oh, well, I'm going to do a bit of like my free run and stuff, and just like run up some walls and jump off some desks, jump under a desk.
Okay.
Like, it's all very impressive. And then when I get
It
to him,
breaks the budget for the stunt guy. You know, it's
yeah. It's
he's
like,
really, tired by the
he's
end of the
cashing
day on
in.
this film.
Well, yeah, but he's getting good money for it.
That's just true.
And then I will punch him.
Cool.
And 16 for the DN.
Yes. Well, that hits.
Okay. And then it was 3d6 plus 7 plus 6.
Plus 4 from your fight, plus 5 from your attack stance.
Oh, yes. So plus 5, then to see a plus 4 as well.
Yeah, sorry, we should have added that to the mighty.
Okay. Oh, is that... yeah, I get you. Well, I killed Eva too, so... Yeah, 36.
Well, he has 5 health.
Yeah, I want to, like, just push on his jaw and just, like, snap his head round and, like, break his neck.
Are we killing him? Is he going home to his family later? I mean, waking up in the hospital and serving some time in prison for being a fascist terrorist, but...
Just with a broken neck.
Okay. Just trying to work out what sort of a superhero we are here.
I probably would have just killed him.
Well, with that,
like,
you can do. Like, that would kill him.
Yeah, that would kill him.
Cool. He's dead now. Not just unconscious.
Yeah, he's dead. Dead.
Cool. That's the end of your turn.
Hydra wife and Hydra kids.
You've done move, you've done easy, and you've done a standard action. So we move on to the Immovable Pebble.
Yeah, so she's basically going to do like a flip over to the other side of the desk and kind of pick it up and just like sideswipe this Hydra guy with it.
You're picking up the desk.
Yep.
Oh boy. The Hydra guy kind of looks up as like he's seen you whack one of the guys behind the desk with the lamp, throw that aside, and grab the monitor, and he's like, "He's just gonna hit me with something, right?" And then you uproot the desk, and there's like as you tear the desk off of the ground and slam it into him. He's like, "Oh!" Roll to attack.
16, isn't it?
Yes.
And then it's 3d6 plus 17. And he's just crushed.
He's gone.
Sorry, I'm messing this up.
It's fine.
Go.
Yeah, he's gone.
Are you killing them?
Yes.
He's a stain on the desk now. You hear from the stairs, a door opens on the middle floor, and you just hear the sound of 2 guns being thrown out onto the stairwell, and just the, "We surrender. It's okay, you don't have to kill us. We surrender. We give up, it's okay. Please."
Pebble's gonna immediately go up and just grab them both by the throats. Just hold them.
That's okay. We surrender. Please just take us to the police.
What were you doing here?
Oh, we were sent to get some information.
What information?
We were told that we needed to lure the Avengers here.
Why?
We weren't told.
Who
They
do you
wanted
work
us.
for?
Hydra.
Who in Hydra?
I mean, ultimately the Red Skull. I guess.
And the immovable pebble just throws them both down the bottom of the stairs.
Ah! The 2 scientists come over to you, Shadow Strike, and just sort of keep a little bit of a distance from you. And it's just like, thank you. Very peculiar. They attacked so late that nobody was here except for us.
How many people will be here earlier in the day?
I mean, we have 10, 15 staff on hand, plus however many students.
Did they ask you any questions or anything?
They were after some footage we have of I've lost where that bit is in the book, of where the Silver Surfer first came to Earth.
But is that footage that's secret?
They seem to think we had some that was.
And do you?
No.
Could I roll something to see if they're telling me the truth?
You can, and it would be I believe an ego check, or is it a logic check? I think it's an ego.
No, I have an edge on logic and ego checks because I have leverage.
Give me a logic check.
What's the DN?
Target number is going to be a 15.
50.
They're hard to read.
But I have an edge, so that means I can go again.
Yeah. You can roll another d6 to replace any of those that you wish.
Oh yes. And I'll replace the 2.
Okay, yeah. They're difficult to read for a moment, but then your instincts kick in. Your spy training kicks in, and they have no footage that isn't in the public domain here. They do have other information that might be more, that might be secretive, that might be more hidden. But from what they're saying, the Hydra agents weren't after the more secret information. They were after the information that wasn't here.
Yeah.
It sounds like they were a distraction. They weren't here for a reason that that makes sense for them to be here.
I'm gonna get onto my earpiece thing and just say, Pebble, Ivar, I think this was some manner of distraction.
I think so as well.
I've just been interrogating the people down here. They said they were the Avengers out.
Do we officially count as Avengers? I don't know. I mean, maybe, you know.
I would say we are now.
Well, so what was the actual target then? Can I call the member of the woman who was giving us instructions earlier?
At this point, as you go to do this shadow strike, the roof explodes. Rubble flies everywhere. The scientists scream and run. We'll just get rid of them because they don't have any stats and will die quickly if they get into fight situations. And you see, stood around the edge of this broken roof as the smoke rises, 3 figures looking down into the top floor of this Howard and Maria Stark Memorial building. And you look up and you see one of them is dressed in white and gold Asgardian regalia with a red beard and war paint across his face. There is a small female with ginger hair, messy, and a long black coat. And the third figure is wearing a red and black hero uniform with a mask across his face. And you look up and you see exact yourselves.
Oh. Could you two get up here pretty quickly, please?
On our way.
And I'm gonna clear the turn tracker. And I'm gonna quickly grab some new tokens.
Bizarro Shadow Strike.
And I'm going to ask for initiative checks. Actually, if I can I...
This is really action-packed.
Good use of the little red dot.
Yeah.
Yes. Did that re-roll? No, it didn't re-roll the immovable pebbles.
Oh, I forgot to hit the token the first time.
No, it's fine. I'm re-rolling your Well, I'm rolling their initiatives, but their initiatives are your initiatives too. Oh dear. Exact clone match.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like different numbers slightly, but yeah.
I'm lowering one of you to a 19. Might have been you, actually. He can have a 19. And
I
then...
will be right back. I'm just going to top up my drink.
Good plan. Everybody else at home, hydrate. It's important.
Hydrate or dihydrate. Did I even unmute? Oh, right, I did.
Yep.
Yes, you did, yeah.
So
I just had a drink delivered to me by my partner, which is very helpful.
I'm gonna reach into the background of the. Actually, you can't see my shot because I turned my camera off. But I'm gonna reach into the background of my shot and grab a drink. And say, Shadow Strike. It is your turn. You look up at yourselves as they start to jump down into the room.
I might say, so, are we fighting? Because like, you guys look pretty cool, and if we, but if we are fighting, just tell me and we'll fight.
You cheap replicas, we are fighting.
Yeah, we'll fight. Right. Looking at that, the nearest one to me is Bizarro Pebble.
Okay.
I will run over to Bizarro Pebble. I'm right in thinking, can we only use one of our powers in like a turn? Like to act.
No, if you've got powers that aren't all used on standard action, you can activate. I believe like you've got a easy action and a standard action.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
So
yeah.
if you've got a power that activates on an easy action and one that activates on a standard action, I believe you can mix and match.
Yep. Oh, that's brilliant. So when I get over to Thingamajig, Bizarro Pebble, I'll use my, not cast, I'll use my power of attack stance, which does +5 damage.
Yep.
If I hit.
If you hit.
And I'll also use fast strikes, because they are different. So I'll get to hit them twice.
So you run over and you get down into a fighting stance. Actually, attack. No, wait, because the initiative stopped and then started again. Never mind. You are right.
Sorry, my character sheet's not coming up.
Right, I am back.
I just realized the kitchen's right now. I can easily just go for a snack if I feel like it.
If your character sheet's not coming up, have you already got it open but minimized?
Yes, I have. I've just I don't even know I could do that.
Because I find I do that a lot and forget that I've got them open.
Right. So agility attack. And what's the N? I bet it's like a low number.
Oh yeah, it's for Pebble, it's a 21.
21.
So you succeed.
Brilliant. Does that 6 mean anything good? Or it's a 1, isn't it? You
No,
want
it's just a
that
1.
red. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Right, so
Well,
again, this will
technically,
be
on the one side it says Marvel.
36. So it was +7, +6, +5, +4. I'm adding the 5 for my
Yes.
that's a percent sign.
That's not a number.
But that would be halved, so that's 14.
14.
Punched him in the stomach.
You run over and the immovable pebble that drops down into the room, you just punch in the stomach and she lurches forward. Wind knocked out of her a little bit, but she's still going.
And I'll go for another attack with my second of my fast strikes. And it was 21, the DN, wasn't it?
Yes. The second one just hits, but it does hit.
Don't be sullying my great achievements with your
It just hits.
That's 31, half to 15.
15. Okay.
Jab her in the face.
Second jab strikes her in the face, and she swings out to the side. And I need to double check. Not that character sheet. This character sheet for a thing. Okay. And what did you do the first attack? It was 14?
Damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Because it was
so.
28 half.
Yeah, 28, 14. Yeah.
14. Okay, so the immovable pebble that has dropped down into the room with you, eyes cloud over, and she just starts snarling in an almost inhuman rage.
This is familiar.
And then it is Other You's turn. And Other You is going to come forward and take a very familiar attack stance. And is he going to do fast strikes? Yeah, why not?
If you get that fantastic success, I think it's doubled the damage.
Yes.
I've read that right. Yes. Just so you know. I shouldn't have told you that. But
so your defense is 23. I can
Yep.
see that because I'm looking at it. So that is a 24. So that's 8 points of damage to you.
Okay.
And then the second attack against you, he swings round with a back kick to your sternum that doesn't hit. It just swings wide.
Rocket. Not cool, Bizarro me. That's
And then it is other Ivar's turn. And having one target in the room is going to step to the side aim a hand out towards you. And I need to check how this one works. Energy control. Agility or ego? Well, let's go with agility. Fires a beam of energy out of its hand that you just duck out of the way of this bright golden light that soars over your head.
This is not too bad, guys. I feel like I'm holding my own right now.
And now it is the time for Other Pebble.
Ah, crap. Forgot about Other Pebble.
Whom? Can't use ranged attacks at the moment. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't hit, but it does have an edge. So I'm going to try and re-roll that too.
And it got one of those fancy Marvel ones, didn't it? Is that...
Still doesn't hit. Yeah, you don't hit automatically with the fancy Marvel ones.
Ah.
But
if you did hit,
if you did hit, it deals extra damage.
Right.
So that would have caused you double damage, and you would have been knocked prone. But it didn't hit, so
I'm just blocking and dodging. I'm like,
just didn't hit. Ivar. You're currently on the ground floor, and this action is taking place on the third floor, or the second. Alright, 1, 2, 3. It's 2 floors up.
And how much is that in, like, squares?
I'm going to say if you spend your entire turn moving, you can get there at the end of this turn, but you won't be able to attack this round.
I'll take it.
So I'm just going to move you over to roughly here and say that you've run in and you see Shadow Strike facing off against the three of you. He appears to be holding his own at the moment, but for how long his luck will last is a matter for the dice to deal with.
Yeah, I just have this weird idea for Bizarro Ivar, or whatever we're calling him, whatever we're calling these guys, but I just have it like the face paint that Ivar wears. It's actually going the other way.
Yeah.
Like
It's mirrored.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's my turn.
Pebble, I'm going to give you the same thing that I said to Ivar. Is
I will do that.
you spend this turn running, you get up the stairs, and you just sort of see Shadow Strike, the golden beam of energy bursting out of Ivar's hand, other Ivar's hand, dissipating. You can see the other you sort of launching angry attack and just slamming into the ground next to Shadow Strike, who's just managed to dodge out of the way.
She kind of cracks her knuckles together and is like, finally, a challenge.
And then Shadow Strike, it is your turn again.
right. Are there such things as attacks of opportunity in this?
That is a good question. I haven't noticed them in the rule set, so I'm going to double check. Initiative. No, it doesn't look like there are, because they are not listed under reactions.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move around to the other side of Pebble, but imagine it's like a fancy somersault that I just stand and jump straight over her head.
Okay.
So I'm there now. And again, I'll go for my attack stance and fast strikes.
Yep. So with attack stance, it is a maintained ability. So it's
Oh.
not an
It's
ability
it's
you
it's
keep using. It's an ability that you use and then it's active until you stop concentrating on it.
got you. And like, if you took damage, would that like be a thing that could
I believe that
affect?
could knock you out of it. Yes.
Okay. And just one last thing. I've got the healing power, which allows me to heal 5 at the end of my turn. So will be when I finish this turn,
Yes.
I'll automatically heal 5. Yep. Brilliant. Yep. So yep, I'll attack the Bizarro Pebble. And was it 21 there, DN?
That is correct. Yes. That'll hit.
Okay. Okay, so that's 18 damage, half that.
Yes.
I'm just going to punch her in the kidney. It's really bad and you shouldn't do.
Okay.
And then I'll try and punch her in her other kidney.
I just really don't like the kidneys.
Well, you can kill people apparently.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that would be 17.
17. But also,
That's the marbly dice.
you got a Marvel dice. So on the damage you did the Marvelly dice, which means I'm going to say that you knock the enraged Immovable Pebble that you've been fighting with a punch so hard that she stumbles and actually nearly collides with the Immovable Pebble that has run up the stairs.
Yeah.
And as she comes to a stop in front of him, she swings round and just sort of roars at herself in the mirror.
Yeah, I'd like.
Rolls back.
I am going to say it. Immovable Pebble, I just moved you, so. That me done.
Go on, never mind.
I've just renamed the token on my screen. I don't know if you guys get to see the nameplates on it. Can I share that? If I can, I don't know how. I just renamed her the clone into the Movable Pebble.
Yeah, I'm right.
So the other Shadow Strike is going to do some fancy ninja leapy jumpy shit.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Yeah. And as he's jumping through the air, brings a foot down towards you, and it's 23 is your defense.
I think it might be higher. Is it 23? Sorry, I'll just check. Remember 29's in my head, but that seems very high.
I believe it's your agility is 23 defense.
Yes, sorry. Yep, 23.
So no. And he lands oddly, spins round, and just can't seem to make any connections anymore.
I'm putting on an absolute clinic here of defense. Brilliant.
Got one hit in, and now just can't land any more hits. So the other Ivar with his face paint going the other way turns round and sees the the Ivar that you guys came in with.
Mainstream
Ivar.
Classic Ivar.
He moves his hand round to face your Ivar and fires another bolt of energy, which does hit.
Okay.
Is that right? That seems high. Did I finish your character sheet with your full health?
It says max health is 35, and I'm at 35.
I'm just going to check a thing real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it is. So you take 36 points of damage.
What? Oh. A button just fell out of my short pockets.
Huh.
So shocked.
Okay, carry on. I apologize.
No, I'm going to roll this because I think it's using your fight damage, not your ranged damage. So that's 3d6. Need to actually put the roll. But they add the agility or ego. 3d6 plus 6. That's better. You take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
I think that was using the full. And then the movable pebble is going to try and clobber the immovable pebble.
Okay.
Your target, the defense is 21.
Yep.
So that doesn't hit. The immovable pebble. Oh no, she gets an edge. So I'm going to try and re-roll the 1 and see if I can do better than a 1. Whether I can do well enough to actually hit. Yes. So you take 21 points of damage.
Oof.
As you clobber yourself.
I'm gonna have to maths here. Okay. And my eyes flare up brighter. Oh no, hang on, I need to beat that with a ego check. Is that right?
Yeah, an ego check. Target number is 21.
So I roll. This. It's just the total action modifier, not the defense one, isn't it?
Yeah.
21.
You fly into a rage.
Okay. So yeah, my eyes just flare even brighter, and I start snarling and kind of frothing at the mouth almost a little bit.
And then it is Ivar's turn.
Okay, can I... Okay, can I return my doppelganger's energy attack with one of my own?
Yeah?
Okay, so is that just agility on attack, or...
Yes.
Okay. What's the target's defense? 16?
It is the same as yours, so it is a... Oh, no, that was the wrong button. It is a 23.
Okay.
That'll do.
Okay.
And, oh, blimey, that's enough. Ivar lets out a beam of energy, and it slams into the other Ivar. And just the... As it hits, there's a squelching sound like you've just squeezed an overripe tomato. And the other Ivar disappears.
I want to try and make a crypt like what MCU store would, you know, like one of the MCU couches would about dollar store knockoffs, but I don't even know how.
Pebble.
So the pebble in this enraged state is going to leap on the other pebble, kind of try and grasp her throat with her hand. So I make a attack roll.
So if you're trying to grab the person, there are...
With my crushing grip, but yes, I am.
I need to remember how this works.
That's the ability I'm going to use.
Please bear with me for a moment. Make a might versus might. Might versus might or agility. So, yeah, this is going to be might versus might.
Am I doing this with just the total action modifier?
Yes.
And what's the input?
I don't actually know how to do that, because I believe if you just hit submit with the 0, and then if your result is higher than my result, you've succeeded.
Right.
Your result is higher, and you got the Marvel number.
Yeah.
So the crushing grip can occur. If you make a another might attack versus target number of 23. So you have leapt up, you've grabbed the movable pebble, and you have actually pinned them.
So that would hit.
Yes.
But I need to do me +7 on that 36, don't I? That's the...
Well, the pebble pops, because she had 6 hit points left.
Okay.
So again, there's a sound of a squelching, and it's like you've popped a water balloon shaped like yourself, filled with pudding, and it just sort of melts into the ground.
Okay.
And
then
your rage continues because there is still an enemy within sight.
And I'm going to run up to them.
Cool. And then your focus reduces by 5. And we go to the Shadow Strike's turn.
Right, yeah, I'll just go in for my typical attacks. Actually, yeah. No, I'm just gonna hit them. I was gonna try and grapple them, but no, I'm not interested in. Because I feel they're just gonna explode anyway, so I might as well do my, Right. And what's the DN for? Well, is it me? Is it?
Yes.
Is it 23?
It is 23. Well.
Yep.
That's a fantastic success.
Yep. And so I will do double damage.
Yes.
Because I'm using my 3d6. So that's 62 damage.
You burst yourself.
Put my hand through its chest.
As you do, it just kind of and disappears away. And you are all left at this point, the roof open, smoke still slightly clearing, very confused, looking around, and a little text box appears in the bottom corner of the panel that just says, "To be continued next issue." And we'll do that next week. So.
Oh, wow.
Thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys at home for watching. I hope that's been alright. As I say, this is the playtest rules. I'm going to go back over to this screen where you can see me. This is the playtest rules. It is available now in all good bookshops, or comic book shops. They're good bookshops. If you're interested in picking up, the full game is coming out some point next year. But I wanted to playtest it and see how well this 3d6 or 60 D616 worked. So yeah, I'm intrigued. Seems a little confusing still, but we'll get there, I think. What do you guys think of it? Is it?
I really enjoyed it. And I think it took a little while to get grips with it, but by the end I was like, I think I was getting it.
Cool.
Yeah, I feel.
No, you
Sorry,
first.
go on, Brian.
No, you first.
Oh,
I-
no,
Wait.
Okay, Robin,
go on,
go.
you first, Brian. Yeah, all right, I'll go. Yeah, so I found it was quite fun. A little bit different from your typical. Well, D&D's the big one I've played. I must admit I did find navigating the character sheet and all the abilities a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
Just probably remembering what ability activates when and stuff. But I'm sure I'll get there given time.
Brian?
I enjoyed it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I like it was action packed, like it was fast paced.
Mm,
It's 2 hours and 7 minutes. That just really flew by.
yeah,
Well, it's a good
absolutely.
movie. It's a good MCU film. We don't have an after the credits sequence because we don't really have credits.
You guys smashing up the first floor was brilliant, and you're just like walloping all these people.
Okay, we will be back next time. We'll continue the Clone Saga, but for now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know we go live, a completely free way that you can support us on the channel. Then Rick Murray shows up, says the Gurks. Coming up tomorrow, I might try and stream a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3 because they've just released a new update and there are now bards and gnomes, so I might play with some of the new stuff and see if I can get that streaming. So tune in for that, maybe. And then on Thursday, Angel should be doing some Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic over on the Angel Game Player channel, but they might be doing some artwork instead because it's very hot in the UK at the moment, and their computer doesn't handle hot very well, and they don't handle hot very well. On Friday, Jeff will be back with the continuation of the Princes of the Apocalypse campaign. We've got two of the prophets are down, 2 to go. Tune in to see where we decide to go next, who we decide to go after, and how well we cope with that. On Sunday, I'll be back with Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage, where the group might make it back inside the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. It's a crazy idea, I know. On Monday, we'll be back, myself and Chris will be back with more Minecraft Mondays as we continue the massive expansion of our factory and work on getting a beacon, which means we need to go and kill a wither, which isn't great. And then next Tuesday we'll be back for the Clone Saga issue 2. Tune in for that as well. Same, well, Marvel time, same Marvel channel, not that. But for now we're going to do a raid at who are we going to do a raid at? Who's live? Let's find out. Who is live? Twitch, give me more information than the top 5 people that are live right now. Okay, we're going to do a live, we're going to do a raid. We're going to do a raid at Artie Fakes, who is just chatting right now, doing some probably cosplay prop making or in their cosplay prop workshop. We'll see you guys again real soon. For now, so long. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.